So why don't we take some decimals and turn them into fractions? So let's say we have 0.25. So if you can say it, then you can write it as a fraction. So this is the tenths place, tenths. This is the hundredths, hundredths place. So this is 25 hundredths. And you write that as a fraction as 25 over 100. So 25 hundredths. So you have turned this decimal into a fraction. This fraction is not simplified yet because do you see that there's a factor that goes both into 25 and into 100? That factor is 25. So 25 goes into 25 one time, and 25 goes into 100 four times. So 25 hundredths is 1/4 reduced. So that's why your answer would be a reduced fraction of 1/4. Okay, so we can try that for all kinds of fractions, all kinds of terminating fractions. Let's say that we have 0.255. So that's going to be tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So this is going to be 255 thousandths. So this is the fraction version of this decimal, but it's not simplified. We need to simplify it. So we would need to figure out a number that goes both into 255 and 1,000. So it's a little bit tougher to see right off the bat, but since this ends in 5 and this ends in 0, 5 can go into both. So that would be 5 into 255. That goes 5 times 51. So that's 51. 5 goes into 255 51 times, and 5 goes into 1,000, like this. We'll see that it goes in 200 times. 5 goes into 10 twice, and then carry that down, and then just zeros from there on. So 51 over 200. Now, I cannot think of any number that goes both into 51 and 200. So that's as far as we can reduce it. So therefore, our reduced fraction of that's equivalent of 0.255 or 255 thousandths would be 51 200ths. So basically that's how you do those kinds of fractions. What if we had something like 2.8? Let's convert this into a fraction. Okay, so here we have the 2. So 2 and 8/10 is what we have. So that would be, if you can say it, you can write it. So 2 and 8/10 looks like 2 and 8/10. That's how that would look like. Okay. Now, and this is a mixed number, which is fantastic. You can have it as a mixed number or an improper fraction, either way. We could turn this into an improper fraction. So you do 10 times 2, that's 20. 20 plus 8 is 28. So as an improper fraction, it looks like 28/10. But 8/10 nor 28/10 are simplified. So if you want to convert 8/10 into something that's simplified, what goes into both 8 and 10? 2. So 2 goes into 8 4 times, 2 goes into 10 5 times. So if you want to leave it as a mixed number, as a simplified mixed number, 2 and 4/5 is the same thing as 2.8. Or if you wanted to leave it as an improper fraction, which is also totally fine. Let's see, what goes into both 28 and 10? Let's try 2. 2 goes into 28 14 times, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. So as a simplified improper fraction, it would be 14/5. So 2.8 to an 8/10 is equal to either of these. The mixed number form and the improper form are both fine as long as they are simplified. So there you have a few examples of how to convert from decimals into simplified fractions.